Okay, we should be live on both platforms now. I am just getting the chat out. I need to post it on the other side. Just give me a minute. I'm also testing out to make sure that this music is good for YouTube. If it's not, I will always cut it out because there's an editor within YouTube. Let me see actually. Let me do this. No, discard. Let's do this. That, do this, bam, do that, leave, because YouTube's dumb. I mean, not YouTube, this freaking thing sometimes is so dumb. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna stop the music though, because I want to get right into the game. Because again, I don't feel so well today. Unfortunate, but it's the truth. Yeah, we're gonna be playing something called Inhuman Resources, a Literary Machination. I think that's how you say it. It's supposed to be a hold on. It's supposed to be a virtual novel, which means maybe I'll have to read a lot. So let's see how that goes. Let's start the game and see what happens. Hey, Bouncy, welcome in, welcome in. Information in chat, and this is a sponsored stream. Let me just throw out the link there so that I can... I wrote that wrong, didn't I? Well, there you go. Yeah, I want to put this one over on YouTube. This text-based game, correct. Well, while I'm talking, I'm gonna start the game. I'm gonna take my camera off in case there's a cussing in the beginning. Okay. Toma. This sounds familiar. Dolores Games. T, hello, welcome, welcome. I'm over on both. What am I doing here? You're gonna hear some bling blangs because I need to put on the YouTube chat again. And I don't understand why this never works. So I have to do a custom panel for it. Apply. So if you guys don't mind going over to the YouTube side, let me know how it looks. What the fuck? Yeah, why you do this? This is very bright. I'm gonna look on my side to see if it's on. It is on. Why isn't it the chat working though? Pissing me off. I don't want to be mad. I want to be chill. Oh my god. Because I didn't copy pasta. Stupid. Old. Pop-up chins. This actually reminds me of from what I was reading, it reminds me of Severance, a series that I'm watching now, which is crazy. But let's see what happens. There we go. Close that. Put your right. Oh my god, why are you doing this to me today? Why are you being such a booty ass? Behave. Okay? Alright? Behave. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Breathe. Breathe me. Breathe. I'm gonna put this over here. And do that, and then stop it. Then I'm gonna pin message. And then I'm gonna do that so I can lock everything so nothing moves on me like all of a sudden. Okay. So this is on the PS5. I don't understand why the pin messages now for me are at the bottom over here. I don't want them at the bottom. I want them at the top. Is there something I have to do to set that up? reactions, timestamps, community what? Moderation? No. Sorry guys, I'll bring the camera back. I'm so shiny because it's so bright. Okay, I'm gonna start in a second. Okay. So from what I was reading, like I was trying to say, this is a virtual novel text-based type game where we're supposed to discover crazy secrets of our workplace or something like that. My hair is crazy today. Don't pay attention to my hair. But yeah, let's just click play and see what the heck is happening. Enter my name. Let's put princess. Oh, hold on. Princess. No, but I don't want that. Go back. Space. You hear the clickety clacks of my keyboard because I am typing Princess Cupid. There. Confirm identity. There are 3 deaths. What? There are 3 deaths. The first is when the body ceases to function. The second is when the body is consigned to the grave. The third is that moment, something in the future, when your name is spoken for the last time. Wow. Wow, is this gonna be one of those games? The phone call. Ziggery? Okay. An all too familiar skittering vibration inside your brain. The noise comes in waves. The pain follows suit. You try your best to ignore both, but the mere fact you're acknowledged the awful sound means it's already won. Your phone's alarm is simply much too loud to ignore. Defeated, your eyelids peel apart like sheets of rotten Velcro, blinking back a bad night's blurry haze. You lay in bed, awake against your consent. The room is almost pitch black, save for the emitting flashing of your phone's screaming screen. A rancid, if routine stench of unwashed bedsheets bids you a bittersweet good morning. You're home, for better or worse, most the latter these days. Just once, you wish you'd wake up somewhere else instead. Just once, you wish you would ask permission before racing ahead, but your phone doesn't care about your wants. My face is super shiny. I'm gonna have to go and splash some water on my face. The insufferable shrieking drills deeper into your brain. You throw back your 30 sheets, blinding, reaching for the misbegotten beast. Pick up on. Oh, so it's like a card thing too. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. It's also hot in my room, so I might have to put my hair up and up soon. Okay, let's see. See what happens now. It's still shiny. It's probably the light from the whatever from there. Okay, Pick up the phone. The slab of thumb smushes plastics feels uncomfortable in your palm. Most call the device ancient, but to you, it's cozy and familiar, like an old, outdated friend. No oversized touchscreen, no fancy graphics card for mobile games, no constant access to SO networks, just a simple tool with a cute antenna that still allows your time to disconnect. You've always appreciated the old and the analog, despite the wider world's obsession with digitize progress. There's serenity in physicality. These words are gonna kill me. A warmth to an object's weight. You'll cling to this relic as long as you can. Sensible upgrades be damned. Okay, so this is what the game is all going to be about, just text-based. Okay, it looks interesting. I've never done one of these games before. You have acquired old cell phone, so it's a flip phone. Screet. You fiddle with the phone desperate to stop the alarm. But no matter which button you press, the shrieking will not end. That's because it isn't your alarm at all. It's your ringtone. Shrieking in the darkness, you barely make out the caller's ID. It's your aunt/landlady, technically speaking. Hopefully just your aunt today. The woman is exhausting enough when she isn't asking for rent payments, no matter how overdue they are. Still, should you really ignore a call from the one person still willing to support you between jobs? Okay, so here's where we get the choices. Let's accept the call. Okay, I clicked accept. Static crackles as your obsolete phone struggles to connect. After a sharp click, you mumble a hesitant hello.
Así mi clamo.
Oh, ekuzi? Ekumi? Give me a second, chat. It's really warm today. I don't understand. Like, right now my room is like super hot. Probably because I had the PC doing like an update for Windows or whatever, and something else was going on. Oh, I was updating some games. So I had it on for a bit. Usually I don't have it on until I'm ready to play or whatever. Okay. This is better. Okay, I think I look better. Hey there, sweetie. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Hope I'm not interrupting lunch. The sketchy I don't know how, these words, I'm not gonna say them if I don't know how to say them, because I don't speak this way, so I don't know how to pronounce them. I know how to say that. Her condescending voice greets you on the line's other end. No mistaking your dear aunt. But what's this about lunch? You click on a light and glance towards your microwave LED clock display. A shameful number stares back from the room's abyss. 1:29 p.m. You wince and make up a half-baked lie, pretending to talk with your mouth full. Your aunt doesn't seem to buy it. Is this a different? Is that Portuguese or is that something else? Well, I'm sure you're very busy with job applications today, so I'll get straight to the point. Do you have any idea when you'll be able to send me last month's rent? I know your money's been tight lately, but it's already the 31st. Your missed payment is bad enough, but shit, landlady it is. You feel yourself deflate, glancing to the tower of rejected job applications standing proud and precautious upon your messy desk. The top sheet almost glazed your modest apartment ceiling. Your aunt suggests to print each refusal, claiming they make your eventual hiring all the other more rewarding. Wow. You found that harder and harder to believe when since the letters started to outnumber the dollars in your bank account.
Así mi clamo.
Sweetie, do you have some kind of estimate for me? I would really need an answer today. You have no choice. Beg for more time to pay. Yeah, let's beg. Let's be, Auntie, please. Help me out. You swallow your pride. It goes down easy. There isn't much Effed? How do you say that? For the 100,000 millionth time. You answer. You swear to send your aunt the money the second you get a steady paycheck. Until then, there is no way you can conjure cash out of thin air. Let me make sure everything's okay on both sides. Okay, we're good. An uncomfortable silence lingers over your phone's speaker. After several tormentuous seconds, a disappointed sigh comes through.
Tomó saca.
Oh, she mad. Sweetie, I let you rent that place to give you a second chance, not to keep enabling this shameful do-nothing attitude of yours.
Jimena Gomi.
Honestly, I'll be more than willing to forgive delays if I knew you were actually trying, but you can't expect me to believe you've been pulling yourself up by the bootstraps and given this job hunt all you've got when you've been living in this piggiest for the past year? Piggiest. You deflect the woman's accusations, blathering a desperate denial, but as your eyes drift over the sorry state of your apartment, your ramblings soon turn to tragic silence. I can scroll down. You've been immune to the stench for a few months now. But no amount of time will ever make you blind to the altars of wretchedness you neglect has erected. On the floor. I don't know. On the floor. Oh, we're looking. Crumbled stacks of crusty laundry litter the unmopped ground like landmines in an active war zone. Jesus. On your desk. Fly swarmed, styrofoam containers. Blech. Into awkwardly unstable modern art installations. Your largest one can only be referred to as a leaning tower of takeout. In the kitchen. Filthy cookware overflowed from your sink, bathed in rancid dishwater. Oh, this is so gross. The layer of film has formed on the surface, thick as a crust of creme le creuset. And even in your fridge, the outdated contraption hums like a thermonuclear lawnmower, even though you know damn well it's not keeping anything cold. Maybe ketchup packets if you're lucky. Damn. Piggiest or not, there's no denying that this whole unemployment business has been taking a serious toll. One that's gone on long enough for your auntie's pity. You become well-deserved contempt. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's not your fault those stupid companies won't hire. Okay. She's right, you're scum. Worse than scum. She should just evict you and get it over with. You're sick of pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. I'll do this one because the person's already feeling really bad for themselves. You throw yourself into a dramatic tirade, detailing your utter lack of worth, your unhopelessness of human existence, and the filthy trash strewed ditch you deserve to die in, perfectly alone. By the time your aunt gets a word in edgewise, your face is slick with tears and mucus, your heart tied into painful knots. Oh, I'm sorry.
Así mi clamo.
Oh, she's defending us. Enough. I'm sorry, alright? I didn't mean to be so harsh. Now calm down, please. It sounds like she's begging for an irrational, out of irritation. Okay, let me read that. It sounds like she's begging out of irritation than out of worry for your well being, but you listen nonetheless, taking time to control your breathing and wipe away strands of snot. The phone crackles with wobbled sound as your aunt lets out a groan. Good grief, I know this mental health nonsense you keep talking about is a big deal, but nonsense? Okay. Okay. That line just like, I don't know about that one. But you have got to get it together and take action somehow. You can't just keep using mood swings as an excuse to escape responsibilities. That choice will get you nowhere. That's true. Clinically depressed. Yep. Jeez. Oh, so we acquire things as we go down the line. I got a big pimple on my head. Anyway, you brace yourself as the woman prepares to deliver her most frequent, most frustrating spiel. You could probably repeat it word for word if ever you were held at gunpoint. Remember, sweetie, in our world, choices matter, the big ones and the small ones. We can't always take those decisions back, and we can't control their consequences either, which means we have to choose carefully. You most certainly have not been doing that, but if you have any intention of getting yourself out of this mess, you need to start making the right decisions, and soon. You hang your head and nod, gulping down your last trickle of self-respect. Hearing this speech frequently doesn't make it any easier to hear. Yeah, that's true. That doesn't help. Nothing that she just said helps. Anywho, enough of that. The real reason I'm calling is because I might have an opportunity for you. Why didn't you start with that? Like, what? Why didn't you just lead with that? Are you kidding me? You can tell by her affliction she means a job opportunity. Your reaction is practically Pavlovian. You salivate at the thought of your unrelenting financial woes finally coming to an end. You grip the cell phone tighter, aching with anticipation. I like the picture that they have. See, can you guys see it okay? Yeah. See, there's this problem employee at our company. He works at one of our local branches, right next to where you live. But the man has a terrible attitude and is more terrible than when it comes to, well, whatever it is you think we do over there. You picture her, this will be good for a person who has a good reading voice, not for me. I have a terrible reading voice. You picture her limply waving the wrist in some vague, dismissive pattern. More of the highly confident stuff she can't share but brags about anyway. Not that you're entirely sure what your aunt actually does for a living to begin with. Something to do with human resources, maybe. Needless to say, we'll be laying off the little sourpuss as soon as a fitting replacement is found. But we need that replacement fast. Company has a big business deal coming up. We can't afford to be short on staff right now. Luckily, I happen to know a certain someone in dire need of a job, and this position happens to be entry level. No major qualifications needed. Oh, that's good. Even comes with a startling letter of recommendations from yours truly. Okay, thanks, Auntie. Now, this won't be an easy job. Supervisors are very strict, and the anxiety has a way of following you home. But so long as you nail the interview, you're basically guaranteed stable income for as long as you need it. I don't know how to say it. Sniper Core, I think they said it in the video, isn't prone to random layoffs. So, how about it, sweetie? Will I schedule something for you? Shall I schedule something for you? Have her set it up an interview. Politely decline your no. Yeah. Schedule a appointment, please. Okay. High stress environment or not, it beats homelessness by a country mile. You agree to the offer with a ravenous insistence. The woman breathes a sigh of relief and lets out a nervous laugh. It almost sounds like she's in ecstatic disbelief. Thank goodness. You have no idea what it means to hear you say that, dear. You're literally saving my life. You should probably be on the... Oh, excuse me. You should probably be the one telling her that, but you won't complain about receiving gratitude instead of judgment for once. Without missing a beat, your aunt hammers at her computer's keyboard, drafting you an email. You clamber your way out of bed, tripping over day-old takeout and mounds of dirty underwear as you rush towards your laptop. Kumi. I've booked the earliest appointment I could possibly find. You should get an email with the time, address, and job description soon. Be sure to read everything carefully and do not be late. Mr. Burgold will skin me alive if I send him another unpunctual idiot. Oh, and make sure not to mention that whole depression nonsense. Oh my god. Why is people like that? Just because they don't feel the way you do, they're like, oh, it's a myth. That's not real. That's not a thing. You can't be feeling that. That's not true. During the interview, it might make Mr. Burgold think he needs to fix you. Fix you? Rather than offer answers, your aunt whispers farewell. Good luck, sweetie. I hope you'll forgive me for this someday. What? I hope you'll forgive me for this someday. That's a kind of a weird thing to say. Click. The line goes deadly silent, save for a droning dial tone. You get an urge to call her back, but the ding of the invitation appearing in your inbox catches your attention first. Oh, your interview is today at 4 p.m. sharp, no less. Oh god, and it's like 1:30? Probably like 1:40 now. You curse under your breath, rush into the shower, and get dressed. Your stack of rejection letters gets knocked over by your charge and scattered across the room in a whirlwind. Jesus, of standard issue responses. You beg with every fiber of your being not to come home with a new failure to add to the pile. The phone call. Okay, we got a trophy. Chapter completed. Proceed to the waiting room. Oh god, this is it? This is it's interesting though the way they did this, a whole game with just text. I think there's gonna be pictures of some employees once we start working. The packed city transit bus comes to a creaking stop right in front of an old building you've never seen before. Shoving your way past crowded commuters, you step upon an empty sidewalk. The vehicle roars away, fading in the misty afternoon and leaving you utterly alone. You briefly wonder if getting off here was a mistake. You review your aunt's documents, poring over the civic numbers, street name, and postal code, as though every character were the cipher to some secret code. By the time you finish your third revision, you're forced to concede. This must be the right address, but it's not remotely what you expected. Nestled between two gleaming skyscrapers sits a much smaller, much stranger building. Can I click on everything? There's the unnerving facade, glazed gray brickwork and pale veined marble unit. to form a vast web of extravagant, monochrome patterns. But despite all the details, the sum total still gives off a sense of cold, calculated purpose. Also, like a anarchic. What is that? Anarchic. Graphic artists were hired to redesign the care center or something. I don't know what that is. Decorative windows. As you climb the first steps, a set of circular gold tinted portholes stare down at you. They are unblinking, like the eyes of a giant deep sea squids. The glass is too opaque to see through, yet you suspect someone is on the other side watching you approach. The massive front gate. Made from half-ton hulks of gleaming cast iron, the double doors have been decorated with an intricate bas-relief of skyscrapers swimming in fog. A bit ironic for such a stout little edifice. Oh, how do you say that? Oh my god, these words. And the bronze door knocker. The aloe been smited into the shape of a crowned king's severed head. The object looks so realistic you're scared it will be warm and wet to the touch. Unfortunately, you see no keypads, handles, or ID scanners that would allow for easier entry. The local, oh my god, this is so bright. Yeah. The local branch of Snirnakor is only 4 stories tall, yet feels impossibly imposing. It's caught between outdated aesthetics and timeless sensibilities. Somehow both what? Okay. I'm getting, my brain just shut down for a second there. As if it meant to be forgotten at the passing glance and to haunt those whose glance lingered. You suspect you may be underdressed. Uh-oh. Your clothes aren't filthy, of course. If anything, they're rather chic. Or at least, they used to be. Either time nor depression have been kind to your apparel. For all the class your best outfit once had, overuse was worn it down to a discolored treadbar husk. Meanwhile, lack of money, motivation, and belief you're worthy of nice things has prevented you from buying new clothes for the better part of 2 years. Regardless what you've got will have to do. The hour of your interview approaches, and you won't have cash to afford a better outfit until this job is yours. Reach the knocker and bang it against the door. The bronze object booms against the iron gates, even harder than your thumping heart. Moments later, something clicks. A latch comes undone. The doors groans themselves open, inviting you inside. You step into the building and are greeted by what seems to be a 5-star hotel reception area. People are typing. The room is utterly massive, with high ceilings that could rile a Renaissance church's cavernous belly. Its windows let no sunshine through, and no fluorescent light bulbs fill it with their pale glare. There are just low-hanging chandeliers and an array of green glass banker lamps bathing the room in burnt orange. Okay, stop it. You distracted me. Upholstering sofas and coffee tables dot the space like islands, forming a winding path that leads to the room's distant depths. There's a woman standing beside a desk, flanked on either side by a grillage? That's how you say that? Elevators. A sharp machine gun scatter of her mechanical keyboard echoes across the room. You approach the old and analog You appreciate the old and analog, but at Smirnocor's parent, Gumi, fondness of downright ridiculous. Oh, okay, so everything looks old-fashioned. Hopefully the receptionist won't feel the same way about your subpar outfit. Let's do this one. Pretend to be confident, strap over like you own the place. With a little luck, it'll read as self-assurance instead of total fucking delusions. A dim light becomes dimmer the further you go, and thick shadows close in on your little claustrophobic walls. Wall-to-wall carpeting squishing under your feet, and an unfamiliar ammonia aroma assails your flared nostrils. Whatever they use to clean the place smells stronger enough to double as a bioweapon, that says? Yeah, that says bioweapon. But still isn't enough to erase the lingering stench of cigarette smoke. The off-putting odor does suit the outdated decor. Can I... Sound effects. Jesus. I can make the text a little bigger. Sorry, I had to make sure. Okay. Jesus. Okay, that's a little better. That was loud typing in my ear. Where was I? Except for those unsettling structures carved into the room's concrete support pillars. Hold. Checking all the blood. Okay, we good. Where was I? Disturbing shapes that assail you from all sides, emerging from the shadows like pretentious interpretations of the 21st century demons. On your left. Headless nude bodies are contorted in pain as veins shroud through their skin like trees. Scarling roots? What the freak? On your right, a bleak redemption of what you assume to be Babel's Tower has been built out of steel girders, electrical wires, and bones? Huh? Up ahead, you see human skulls. Those scalps were exploded, revealing their interworms hexions of DNA strands and binary code. The freak? Where am I working at? What is this? What happened to good old-fashioned gargoyles? Unsettled by your surroundings, your eyes drift back to the woman working the reception desk. There are letters engraved in the wall above her, spelling out the slogan in twinkling silver font. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is, and I'm not saying it. You don't know much about corporates, branding, let alone Smirnocorp's specific suite of services, but you're not sure how efficient that cryptic slogan must be. You hope your aunt's documents would have provided insight. Instead, they're just mostly full of vapid statements about connecting modern businesses with industrial leading talent, or some such variation of a standard corporate trope. You wave hello to the receptionist, but she doesn't even flinch. Her gaze remains glazed over, wholly focused on her work. She's younger than you first thought, maybe 30. Likely not quite. Sickly pale with sleep-deprived bags under her eyes, each one darker than the acrylic of her tiny black turtleneck. Her hair is tied into a dainty bun. Her fingers Her fingers devoid of polish or rings. They move across her keyboard like demented tap dancers. Wait, no, not her keyboard, her typewriter. It's a really, really old one, made from brass. Ooh, I like the old ones. Black plastic and way too many moving parts. A relic from the 18th century that looks like it barely scratched both world wars. And you thought your laptop was getting old. There's also a small desk bell gleaming in the counter. Maybe you should, yeah, ring it. Ring it. A pleasant ding resounds like clinking champagne glasses. The woman's head snaps forward as though struck by an electric shock. She flashes you a beaming, not quite pearl white smile.
Anapaoki.
Welcome to Snimnocore, whatever that is. Do you have an appointment? The words barely seep through the woman's grinned teeth. Her grin is so tight it hurts to watch. But there's no trace of frustration. She's the dictionary the definition of too friendly, made uncomfortably manifested. Unsettled, you stumble your way through the explanation of your aunt's referral. The receptionist replies with a nod, squinting as she reads the writing on her typewriter's latest sheet. Okay, I gotta clean my glasses. Hold, please. All right. I think we're gonna do 2 chapters because I don't know how long this chapter is, or maybe we'll try to see if we can get more people talking because I don't know. There's people who talk. I saw it in the video, not a video, but I saw it in like their trailer. Ah, of course, we've been expecting you. I'm afraid Mr. Borgen is running a little late this afternoon. He'll need a few more minutes until he's ready to speak to you. But you're more than welcome to peruse our visitor's handbook while you're waiting. She gestures to a set of nearby couches and a table chunk full of company pamphlets. But you're more surprised to notice someone else already sitting there. A young man with a bitter look etched into his frowed face. Could this be another job applicant for the job? Shit, your aunt never mentioned competition. If they turn out to be competitive, you could be in big trouble. Your bleak muses are cut short by the receptionist's unpainted nails tapping at her name tag. Yeah, this is definitely not, yeah. My name is Mel. I'm going to call him Mel, by the way. I'll call you as soon as Mr. Burgard becomes available. In the meantime, please let me know if you have any questions. With a grateful, embarrassed nod, you walk away and slump into the old-fashioned sofa. Mel Riddicky typewriter clinking away once again. Your couch's cushions feel quite stiff. Or maybe your stress clenching your back does. Considering the ferocious stare down you've received from the stranger sitting across you, it could be the latter. Stress, yeah. The steady tick of the vintage clock draws your gaze. Its hands point in opposite directions. 3:42. 18 minutes left. Good thing you came early. You still have time to prepare before your interview, but probably not enough to do everything you want. You'll have to decide where to spend it carefully. Read through the pamphlets and find out more about the job. We can ask her questions. I mean, we can read the pamphlet. We don't want to bother her. She's doing her work. You snatch a brochure that seems to cover the most interesting topics, hoping it'll contain some hints about your future 9 to 5. Okay, so Funicore, your guide towards success in the post-truth future, our history. Founded in the year redacted by psychotherapist Richard. Oh God. Psychotherapist? What began as a what is that? Non-front human society quickly evolved into a multinational conglomerate with over redacted employees. Today, Smirnocore is everywhere. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of this reminds me of Severance. Where was I? We work for your local governments, your most prestigious universities, the telecommunication services you use to keep in touch with your loved ones. Everything we do to protect your most precious resources, people like you. Your commitment. Smirnocore is dedicated to providing custom human resources and recruitment solutions for businesses of all sizes. Using our revolutionary evaluation processes, we assign the person who's right for you at the right time and the right place, guaranteed every time. What are you waiting for? Embrace the change today. You're mildly disgusted by the amount of insidious buzzwords featured on each page. The whole thing reeks of hyperbole? With a lesser whiff of self-congratulations. But at least it was somewhat informative. That's true. Plus, this company seems way more prestigious than you expected. Salaries must be pretty decent. You tuck the pamphlet back into its display and give the clock another glance. It is 3:51 right now. Okay, kind of blocking. You still have a few minutes left. Maybe enough to extract information for one of the other people in the room. I'm gonna go to the receptionist. Yeah, I don't want to annoy him. Let's do this one. Despite her extreme fatigue and even extremer stress levels, the woman definitely seemed eager to lend a hand. And what better way is there to learn about your new workplace than asking the person paid to greet visitors? You return to the receptionist's desk with an awkward wave, embarrassed to be disrupting the receptionist's work so soon after leaving. Yet, rather than appear annoyed, the woman looks up from her typewriter with a sigh of relief, the air seeping through her vice-tight teeth with a shrill teacup whistle. Hello again. I take it you have a few questions for me. As disclaimer, please be advised that Cinema Corps staff cannot disclose any confidential information to members of the public. Therefore, while I'll respond to your queries to the best of my abilities, there may be certain details I'm forbidden to discuss. Thank you in advance for understanding. The uneasy first impression Mel gave you worsens with every word she speaks. This is weird, yeah. And not just because she keeps talking about without blinking her bloodshot eyes or unclenching her goddamn jaw. Even though the receptionist's response seemed professional, her tone is perfectly jovial? Jovial? Is that how you say that? Something about her speech pattern seems rigidly urgent. Almost like she's reading the words off a script with a gun pressed to the back of her head. Good God.
Mitagamoko. Imo Giacomo.
I was muted. I read all that and I was muted. Well, you guys saw. Thank you, T. Look at all that. I keep muting because cars and bikes keep going by the house, which is fun. They spiked the mic. Thank you. Judging by the look of fear in her eyes, Mel is particularly begging you not to. Okay, I already read that. Not to look at what she's hiding. That alone tells you the Smyrna Core is very strict and no doubt has a ton of corporate oversight. Sanctions must be enforced upon even the most minor mistakes. Much like your aunt's cadnism, the receptionist's tight-lipped exhaustions is probably well warranted. This is a lot of reading, so like I said, I'm gonna just get to chapter 2. Probably this is chapter 2. And I think that's gonna be it. It's gonna be a super short stream because as you can see, I'm all like flustered too. It's hot in this room. Yeah. Okay. But is that really enough to justify why Mel looks so unfathomably unfathomably terrified? Nothing's stopping you from asking to know more, but getting nosy about sensitive information right before an interview could jeopardize your interview's prospects. Thank you for being forthcoming. No. I need to get to the job, so thank you for being forthright and say you look forward to working together. There's a good chance your curiosity could be interpreted as hostility when tensions are this high. And alienating a future co-worker before you even start isn't going to help. There it is. There's noise. At least that's what you thought. But instead, something unexpected happened. The receptionist begins to tremble and then gently to weep. Oh no! Tears streak down her deadly pale cheeks and even over her bared teeth. The peculiar smile unwilling to fracture, even as she shakes and nods. Panicked, you take a single step back, wondering what the hell you said to her to set her off so suddenly. Jesus. But Mel is quick to apologize despite being the one who cried.
Hanemi-doje.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm looking forward to working with you too. You strike me as a very thoughtful and considerate person. I'm just not looking forward to the work itself. Okay. Excuse me. Finally, a morsel of information, although it's not exactly an enlightening one, nor is it a reassuring one. Reassuring. What makes being a receptionist so unappealing? And why does it sound like your hiring would make the work even harder? Mel snickers at your question without mere nor malice. Oh my god, these words are killing me. Rather, she seems to deflate, lowering her defenses for perhaps the first time.
Tamuva bika.
Oh, look at the difference. I think you misunderstand. Handling the receptionist desk isn't my full-time job. Smyrna Core doesn't get enough visitors for that. Mr. Burgard simply assigned me here whenever we're expecting guests because of my perfect attitude and winning smile. My official job title is Quality Assurance Specialist for the Substitutions Department. And as for what work over there involves? Uh-oh. Tut. No spoiling the surprise, Mrs. Sants, whatever. There it is. He's here. The booming voice rumbles across the reception room, and Mel stiffens as though struck by lightning. Clenching her smile tighter than ever, her knees click together like a soldier. Oh God. Awaiting inspection. Another click is heard behind you as the angry stranger on the couch stiffens the same way. This reaction makes no sense until you turn to face the voice, and then you two go rigid with awestruck shock. Standing in front of the elevator is, without blah 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 blah, the most massive man you've ever seen. He's taller than a fridge. Wow, twice as wide and perhaps thrice as heavy. The pure white of his immaculate dentary contrasts his dark skin, which reflects the room's dim light like finely etched onyx. Beneath the perfectly tailored patterns of his elegant I'm looking over to the chat. Tweaked suit, muscles shift with every breath, threatening to burst through the seams. His pale blue eyes focus on you as he speaks, with the voice like velvet thunder. My humble apologies for interrupting your enthralling conversation, friend. Our dear Mel is sometimes a little careless when it comes to discussing confidential company matters, but I'll gladly cite your curiosity in her stead during our interview. Interview, huh? This must be Mr. Bargo, your soon-to-be boss. Luck willing. The ding of the elevator is suddenly heard, and one of the grillage doors by the reception desk creaks open. The Tweeb behemoth settled his way into the shaft, packing tighter than tuna in a too small can. He beckons you to join him with a bratwurst thick finger. Come along now. We're already behind schedule, and I can't afford any more delays. What's more, I frankly cannot wait to discuss your future with us here at Smyrna Core. Holy shit, he thinks you have a future. In that moment, Mr. Bilger's big, beaming smile is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Thank him and slip into the elevator. It's a tight fit, but you manage to wiggle yourself into the lift by nuzzling up to your hopefully future boss. I was gonna say husband. See, you apologize profusely for the cramped conditions, but he just laughs it off. No need to be embarrassed. Happens all the time. Oh, and no need for all this Mr. Burgo's business either. First name basis is fine by me. Before the elevator door can snap shut, someone opens his their mouth and screams.
Zutenafoi.
Oh, what is this? Aboya, wait. Aboya? Abua? The angry looking man you were worried about suddenly drops to his knees. Oh, this is the one that you're replacing? Hands held together in prayer. An aura of danger that once clung to him has been dispelled by his blundering supplication.
Kimaletoba.
Sir, I'm begging you, just give me another chance. I swear I'll do anything. Unpaid overtime. I'll work on weekends. I'll kiss your goddamn shoes if I have to. Just please don't replace me. Mr. Bargar's only reply is a disappointed sigh. His bright white smile wavers, entangibly contempt taints his otherwise welcoming tone. Mr. Aguilar, Mr. Aguilar, you've had more second chances than I can count, and displaying such undignified desperation in front of a candidate set to take your place is not an endearing choice. Frankly, there's nothing more I can or want to do for you beyond offering the standard company issued severance package. Oh shit. This is the problem employee your aunt was talking about. The lamb being brought to the slaughter. Also, you can survive on a paycheck they used to have. Part of you feels guilty, considering how desperate the stranger seems about being laid off. But another part is grateful that your predecessor seems to be such a mess. Maybe getting hired here will be easier than you first thought. Either way, Mr. Burgard, words have the effect of an ice pick through the heart. The once intimidating stranger collapses as though shot in the chest. His body ripples with hiccuping wails, his fists powerlessly pounding on the carpet floor. Your maybe future boss clicks his tongue, more disappointed than disturbed. He turns to give Mel a firm look and firmer orders. Mrs. Saint, please ensure our former staffer behaves until his offboarding is complete, will you? I'll tend to him once I'm done with our guest. The tired woman gives a nervous nod, rushing back to her typewriter as if nothing happened. The clinking keys are now punctuated by the tears of a growing man, Aboya, Abu, Obu. I think I'm gonna call him Obu. Thumbs a few keys and the elevator doors finally slip closed. Through cracks in the gridlet gates, you see the receptionist give you a small wave, mouthing a worrisome farewell. Good luck. Before you can decide whether she was cheering you on or trying to warn you, the floor launches downwards. Chapter 2. The waiting room. Alright, so we made it to chapter 2. This game has a lot of reading. It's cool. I'm gonna go into the third chapter, but I'm probably not gonna do it in the stream. The interview. So, that being said, I wanted to give this game at least an hour because I wasn't sure exactly what it was like. But if you guys want to get it for yourselves, I am playing it on the PS5. But you can also play a demo to this on Steam, I think I seen it. And I'm not sure what other platforms this game is on. So if you guys want to try this for yourselves, that's where you can find it that I know of, because those are the only two systems that I could look it up for. You could always look, search it on Google or whatever and see what platforms they have. And if they have it on the platform of your choice, I suggest you should try it out for yourself. But I think it would be an easier game. It's not a very good game for me to stream because of my reading. It would be awesome if there was someone who has a very good reading voice and can make voices for the characters also, so they can, like, read it to you like an audiobook. That would be an amazing thing for someone to see. I might look around YouTube to see if I find anybody like that, and maybe play the game for myself. But I won't be doing I won't be doing chapter 3 tonight. So yeah, sorry guys. This is, like I said, a very short stream. But for the side over on YouTube, if you made it to the end of the VOD, don't forget to like and subscribe. And like it, you will get notified when I put out some more videos. And yeah, because more videos will be coming out during the week that I have to edit. So for the YouTube side, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see ya. Be kind and keep safe. Later.